Have you ever played an MMO where you can live out your furry fantasy and run on all fours? Or have you ever played your MMO where you got to play as a piece of broccoli? Well, today, we're going to be checking out Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2 is an MMO that came out in 2012, which was developed by ArenaNet and then published by NCSoft. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, this video is going to be very different because I have actually played this game on its release, and then I was on and off for a few years. In actuality, the last time I played this game was back in 2021, and I got to be a part of some amazing content made by Cryy, which I'll leave a link down in the description because it's some of the best content I've actually ever been a part of. Now, Guild Wars 2 is technically free to play. You can play the whole core game for absolutely free, and then once you reach in-game, you have 3 expansions you can buy, being Heart of Thorns, Path of Fire, and then the End of Dragons. On top of that, if you're a person that doesn't even care about PvE, you can actually level strictly and solely through PvP, whether it be through structured PvP or world versus world PvP, which is some of the best content I've ever touched in an MMO. So to set the record straight, as usual, this is not a 10 out of 10 IGN review, nor is this a pros and cons list by Lazy Peon. This is someone jumping into the game and just experiencing it in 2023 and trying to see if it's worth playing still in 2023. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, we're in the character creation for Guild Wars 2. So we basically have the 4-legged boys. You can call them a furry, you can call them a dog, you can call them a wolf, you can call them char, because that's what they're called. We also have human, which if you're playing human, you're probably indeed just basic. You got Norn, if you like Vikings, we got Norn. Asura, I don't know what the fuck this is. And then we have Sylvari, broccoli people, or cauliflower. I think we're actually going to go ahead and play Sylvari because I actually do like their starting zone. And on top of that, I mean, who doesn't want to be a piece of broccoli? Like, come on. Also, we have 9 classes to choose from. We have Guardian, Warrior, Revenant, Engineer, Thief, Ranger, Mesmer, Necromancer, and Elementalist. These 9 classes are structured in a way, so we do have top side being heavy armor wearers, then we have middles being medium armor wearers, and then the bottom we do have light armor people. So today, I think we're gonna go ahead and play Guardian because this is the one class that I always wanted to play, but I never actually do because I'm just scared to be dog shit at it. And let's get into the character creation. Okay, I think our character is perfectly made. I like this. I don't know why I like it, but I like it. As a symbol of my dedication, I wear Conqueror's pauldrons, Fanatic's pauldrons, a Visionary's helmet. I'm feeling very visionary. Trouble may follow me, but I use my dignity, charm, ferocity. I use my charm. I dreamed of a quest that caused me to action. It was a vision of the Shield of the Moon, the Green Knight, and White Stag. This is actually what chooses what your main story is going to be for a little bit, which is pretty cool in my opinion. But I think we're actually going to go ahead and go with Shield of the Moon. I believe that the most important of Ventari's teachings is where life goes, so should you. All things have a right to grow. Act with wisdom, but act. You know what? All things have a right to grow. I agree with that. The pale tree awakened me during the cycle of dawn, cycle of noon, cycle of dusk, cycle of night. Go with night. We're gonna name this character SPCLSPRHERO. But we have to have like a little weird alt key, so let's figure that out. And there we go.
I am Sylvari. 25 years ago, my people first appeared in Tyria. The pale tree flowered, and the firstborn awakened. The dream contains my race's memories. We gain awareness here, and then awaken into the world. The dream fills me with knowledge, and is my connection to others. It is my inspiration, my guiding light. While here, I have discovered my purpose, to face evil and destroy it. Even now, I sense my destiny calling me to awaken. My time is soon. Nature and goodness are under siege. All life hangs in the balance. If Tyria is to survive, it will need us. If we fail, the dream will be consumed by nightmare, and Tyria will wither and die. I dream of secrets, the the voices of my people whisper to me of spiderwebs and hidden knives. I see the symbol of a crescent moon on the curve of a shield. It is a symbol of wisdom. The dream hints at my future. I glimpse the faces of those whose secrets I will shelter, and who, in turn, guard mine. I will uncover truth and fight the nightmare that festers in wicked hearts. On the eve of my awakening, I feel the earth singing in my bones. And yet, I sense darkness approaching. Something intrudes upon the dream. It blocks the path to my awakening. Before I can enter the world, I must first face this evil and vanquish it. I am summoned by the dream. This is my story.
Dreamer, I am Keith. I need your help. Can you hear me where you are within the dream?
Within the dream? What does that mean? Why do you look transparent?
I am in Tyria, a land far away. Soon you'll awaken here, but for now you live in the dream. I can't explain right now. We must hurry. Something is poisoning the dream.
Poisoning the dream? Of course, I will do whatever I can to help you. But why me?
Your spirit is strong. Do not underestimate yourself. Head to the far embankment, and I'll meet you there.
You know, I don't know what it is about Guild Wars 2, but the fact that I don't have to tap 1 to hit people is like the best feeling in the world. I'm also actively getting cucked by the bridge. Time to end the nightmare lineage, I guess. Oh, that is a big tree boy. Is that a turtle? No, it's like a lizard. Like a tree lizard turtle. With wings. With tree wings. Oh, it's got legs. I'm not gonna lie to you though, if future content is like this kind of epic, like these huge ass monsters and you have to fight them like this, it's gonna be super sick. Been about a minute, 75% HP. We're getting there. Now we're about 2 minutes in, 25 HP. It's taking a little bit. And we are finally done. Would I ever do that again? Fuck no. However, if I had more abilities, hell yeah. But I had literally 1 attack.
Where am I? I was fighting a great evil. Are we safe? Keith? Where is Keith?
Steady, sapling. You just woke. You were calling out in your dream. Keith was just here, but she had to go speak to the pale tree.
She and I fought side by side against a poison in the dream. I saw the shadow of a terrible dragon, and I felt the dream call upon me to defeat it.
By the tree. A wild hunt so soon, and such a momentous task. To be a valiant of the wild hunt is a difficult charge. Bear this calling with pride.
I will. But how do I begin? One does not simply awaken and rush off to face a dragon.
You start here in our forest. There were others hurt in the dream. They could use your help. Besides, it'll be fine training for a new valiant.
Alright, so we're now level 1. And the cool thing is about Guild Wars is every time you level up, the game just keeps giving. You either get a new weapon, a new piece of armor, maybe some XP boost. They always give you something.
Pardon me. I'd like to talk to you.
Last person that said that to me was a Jehovah's Witness.
Welcome to Astoria. As you journey forth into the unknown, know that you are not alone. Seek guidance from those who make their homes here, and help them in their time of need.
Yeah, so basically what she's saying is, you do the hearts on the map. Either you're killing stuff, feeding animals, saving cats from trees, literally just saving the world one step at a time. Or you find a vista and look around the map and just get free XP. Honestly, the choice is yours. However, you're going to be doing this until you unlock your main quest. Is that fun? Depends on who you are, honestly. But let's get into that so we can get our main quest. Oh, that's quite unfortunate.
Hail to you, Sprout. You look so dour. Can I brighten your day?
I have grave news.
He's leveled up for dodging. Just keep that in mind. Now I know, leveling through PvE looks a little boring right now. However, you can level through PvP, especially structured PvP, which allows you to be on equal footing as everyone else, meaning your character is set to max level and you get all the specializations available to you, as well as skills and weapon abilities. On top of that, creating a build is actually pretty simple. You just click this icon and everything's just kind of right in front of you to select. And there's plenty of videos in the community that can help you get started. And PvP itself is mainly competitive, objective-based game modes. It's actually quite easy to understand, but it's definitely hard to master, and there's a lot of sweat dripping off in PvP, so you're gonna get hit with some toxic shit. It's gonna happen. And then we have world versus world, which is basically PvPvE on a huge ass map, meaning you will be running around a map to do PvE when it comes to sieges. However, that can be defended by real people. To level through this, you kind of just find a Zerg, which means a big group of people, and they're basically going to be taking over towers after tower after tower, and you can level this way, or you'll end up fighting against another server or another server, because it's world versus world versus world, meaning server versus server versus server. It's really cool. There's also a lot of rewards that come along with it, like mounts, extra gear, extra weapons, weapon skins, outfit skins, new outfits. There's like a lot of things to earn through this. Even on top of that, there's 4 different maps to go to, and there's also a smaller version of world versus world to keep in mind. So highly recommend trying out the PvP modes that Guild Wars 2 has to offer, especially if you're not a leveling PvE kind of guy and you'd rather level through PvP. It may take you a lot longer, but you're gonna have a lot more fun, especially as a PvPer. And that's the one thing that I really like about Guild Wars 2. There's a lot of things for everyone. And to touch back on PvE, you guys have the DLCs waiting for you. You have Living World seasons waiting for you, which are basically like things that are affected in the world based off of maybe an expansion that comes out. You also have dungeons, you have strike missions, you have raids, you have achievement hunting. You also have people literally running around in groups to do world bosses, which net you a bunch of gear. There's also crafting in the game, which I didn't really talk about all that much, but if you're into transmogs, well, crafting would help you transmog a little better, just saying. There's also something called fractals, which, to be honest, this could be a video by itself because it scales in difficulty from level 1 all the way to level 100, obviously 1 being easy and then going to 100 being extremely hard. And to even see this is crazy to me because they already have dungeons in the game, but you have even more and they all scale in difficulty. And yeah, this may sound surprising to me, but it's actually very out of the norm. Most games, they'll do dungeons and you've already done them about 100 times so you could level quickly in that game. This game doesn't do that. At level 80, there's a bunch of dungeons you've never done and you have to figure them out. And then now that you've figured them out, you're now either up in difficulty and things just get even harder, and then gets even harder, and it gets too hard, and you need to coordinate efficiently. And I don't know what it is, but I specifically prefer this way because I feel like dungeons should have always been an in-game thing and something to look forward to, especially if they work like this. But again, most games don't do that. Anywho, you also have map completion and exploration achievements to go for, which also nets you a lot of XP. And on top of that, this game always keeps giving, as I said in the very beginning, so achievements will give you more stuff. So this game is awesome. It's amazing. Do I recommend it in 2023? I mean, based off of everything I've said, I haven't said a negative yet. Which, to get into negatives, and I think this is only a personal negative, is that exploration is a huge part of this game while starting. And I think this pet peeve only really goes to people who've already explored Guild Wars 2's like exploration. If you've done it before, you're not really gonna want to do it again because there's a lot to it. However, you can get a DLC, max yourself out to 80 because you do get a free level boost with every single expansion, and then you can go do the content you specifically want to do, which I think is a good approach to Guild Wars 2 as well, because again, there's so much PvE content to sink your teeth into. But on top of that, if you're into the main story quest, to be able to just go from quest to quest to quest in the main story, you get all the story in one sitting, which feels way more fulfilling for me. But for other people, they may want to do the open world exploration stuff and then do the main story quest. But again, I've already done them, so it's going to be tedious for me. But weirdly enough, that's the only negative I have. This game is rich of content, and I don't think that's a negative, and I think a lot of games could probably learn from Guild Wars 2, honestly. But I do recommend Guild Wars 2 in 2023. I'm actually probably going to do more content on this game because I really want to get into the PvP side of things, and I also want to figure out what this whole fractal thing is about. So you may see videos randomly on that type of content. But I do recommend Guild Wars 2 in 2023. I think everyone should try to play this game. I also think it's one of the MMOs out there that does sit in its own category in terms of the MMO genre, and it sits on its own pedestal, not trying to be like other MMOs, and I think that's just fantastic. And that is all the time we have for today. I do want to go ahead and apologize for the formatting for this. The pacing could have been a little weird. However, the MMO in 2023 series have typically been games that I've never really played that often or have played very little of. So it's very easy to go into the game as a new player. However, this would be the first time I've covered a game that I've already played while also trying to approach it as a new player. So I showcase how it is when you level in the beginning, and I kind of just needed to tell you what you have to look forward to after that. But yeah, that's the formatting we went with. Hopefully it wasn't too bad for a lot of you, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.